Hello. On behalf of the faculty of West Salem High School, Superintendent Ryan Reber, the school board, and of course the class of 2020, I welcome you to this year's virtual commencement ceremony. My name is Mike Millett, principal of West Salem High School. As we begin our ceremony, I need to thank those who have put in much time and effort to make this possible. There are many who come together each year to make sure the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. First of all, thank you to Justin Yane, Joanne Ledoux, Bridget Peterson, Julie Arntz, Jessica Tripp, and Angela Elson for organizing the activities the past few months and making sure the details and all the requirements have been checked and double-checked. To Laura Deal and Rhonda Andress for their work helping the events for this virtual ceremony. To Dave Keys and the Wind Symphony for their musical contributions today, but most importantly, I want to thank you, the parents, relatives, friends, and neighbors. Without your support and guidance this past 18 years, these folks wouldn't be where they are now. And so here we are, commencement. For some of us, we thought this day would never come. For others of us, it has come much too fast. Some of us have gone through this before. For others, this is the first time. For all of us, this is the first time with a virtual ceremony, which makes it much different from any other graduation. The class of 2020 has heard me use the slogan, first class, many, many times. They actually make fun of me using this slogan on a daily basis. What is really ironic now is how the class of 2020 totally defines the slogan, first class. The class of 2020 has truly been first class during a world pandemic. They've experienced many things none of us have lived through previously. They were the first class to finish school online. They were the first class to complete an SEP online. They were the first class to have all spring and summer activities canceled. They were the first class to have a graduation ceremony done online virtually. They were the first class too. And that list goes on and on and on. Much can be said about how the class of 2020 handled this unique situation. But from my standpoint, they were totally first class. Well done, class of 2020. From our speakers today, you will likely hear reflections on the past and premonitions of the future. You'll hear about relationships created and dreams yet to be realized. For my part, graduates, I simply want to say thank you for what you have contributed to West Salem High School over the last 4 years. You've enriched the lives of so many of us. We only hope that we have been able to do the same for you. Even though this is the final event for you at West Salem High School, you will always have the memories, and this will always be your home. And you will forever be a Panther. Today you'll get a chance to hear from 4 speakers. You'll hear from salutatorian Josie Hansen, valedictorian Sarah Ziegler, Scott Kepnick, who teaches math at West Salem High School and was chosen to be the class speaker by the senior class. And our first speaker, Kara Gavigan, is the class of 2020 class president. I simply want to take this opportunity to thank Kara for her excellent leadership over the course of this year and previous 3 years. Uniquely, Kara has been selected and elected class president 4 years in a row by the class of 2020. It is my proud honor to introduce you to the class president of the class of 2020, Kara Gavigan.
Fellow graduates of West Salem High School class of 2020. When we arrived here at West Salem as freshmen, we were uncertain of what high school would be like. We arrived as young adults, at the ages of 14 and 15, not knowing what our futures would hold. As time went on, we started to understand the importance of working hard and putting in effort into what we did. This was especially made clear when we realized colleges would actually see our transcripts. High school also started to mean a lot more as well. For me personally, I started to view high school as preparation for college, all while growing closer to the people around me. We spent 7 hours a day together, so that was bound to happen, and I'm glad it did. We formed bonds with each other, making memories that we will remember and laugh about when we are older. Throughout high school, We also formed friendships with upperclassmen. Some of us even had the privilege of attending school with our older siblings. I remember going to their senior sing-outs and graduations, but never really feeling like we would someday be up on the stage, receiving our diplomas. But here we are, graduating during a time of uncertainty, unsure of what the next few months or even what tomorrow will look like. We have a choice to let a pandemic define our class and make it what we remember most about high school, or we can choose to remember the relationships we built and the skills that we have learned. Yes, we are done with high school, and it was cut short, but nothing, not even a pandemic, can take away the memories and education we received here. The time has come for us to leave and go our own ways, each of us going on different paths, but all carrying the experiences we have gathered here at West Salem. As we move forward, I think it is important to remember that we did not go through high school without help from others. There were many people who helped us get to where we are today, and I would like to take the time to thank a few of them, personally and on behalf of the class of 2020. First, I would like to thank the office staff, Mrs. Ledoux and Mrs. Peterson. Thank you both for helping us with paperwork and appointments, but most importantly, thank you for always being positive and showing kindness. It really meant a lot. Next, I would like to thank Mr. Malat and Mr. Yane. You both allowed us to be respectfully rowdy and kept us in line. Thank you for always supporting us as students. I also want to thank all the amazing teachers that guided us through our high school experience. Your dedication to teaching us and preparing us for the next step truly made an impact. Further, I would like to thank those who made this graduation possible. Thank you, Mrs. Andrus, Mrs. Deal, Mrs. Arntz, Mrs. Tripp, and Mrs. Elson, for assisting me throughout the year in planning this graduation and everything that makes this day possible. There were a lot of decisions and tasks to be completed, but you all made it easy for me. Next, I would like to thank all the parents and families. Your love and support throughout the years did not go unnoticed, and we are very thankful for your guidance. And finally, I would like to thank my classmates. You all have made this high school experience enjoyable and memorable. I am very thankful I was able to meet each and every one of you and get to know you. So we said our thank yous, completed the graduation requirements for West Salem, and are now preparing for the next step in life. Although this may seem daunting, I have full confidence that we'll make an impact. The experiences that we have gone through have molded us into the adults we are today. I have seen you all show great potential throughout the years in different ways. Each of us holds various interests and skills that we can use to shape our futures. I encourage you all to do your best and enjoy this next step of life, whatever that may be. We all know it goes by fast, so make the best of it. Thank you.
Sharpay Evans, an iconic character from the High School Musical franchise, once sang, "This is not what I want, this is not what I planned, and I just have to say, I do not understand." These song lyrics could easily be used to summarize the senior year experience of the class of 2020, and the lessons we have learned about how life does not always go as planned. However, these are not the lyrics I would like to dwell on today. I could go with the lyrics, "We're all in this together," but I think we can all agree that these have been used more than enough lately. For those of you who haven't caught on, I was a very involved choir, show choir, and theater student throughout school, so I frequently express myself in the form of music or song lyrics. But fear not, my music library goes far beyond Disney movie musical soundtracks. "All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go," are the first lyrics of John Denver's famous hit, "Leaving on a Jet Plane." Now, not all of us will be leaving for the next chapter of our lives on a plane. Some of us will pack up a van of clothes and belongings to move into a dorm or an apartment. Some of us will be staying home for the next chapter. But we all have some packing to do. My best friend once shared with me the wise words of one of her professors. When you pack to leave for college, or whatever the next phase of your life is, you don't just decide what belongings to bring. You also decide what pieces of yourself to bring. As we grew up, we grew into the people we are today, acquiring new interests and personality traits. But now this chapter of our lives is closing. Now we get to decide which interests and traits to take with us. Maybe you'll join an intramural sports team to continue your passion for athletics. or join a choir or band to express your love for music. Maybe you will bring with your youthful spirit, your positive attitude, or your perseverance. Part of packing is also leaving certain things behind, or buying new things to carry with you. Maybe you regret the way you've treated others, or some choices you've made. Now is the perfect time to start over. Everybody come and play. Throw every last care away. Let's go to the mall today. Canadian pop star Robin Sparkles, also known as Robin Scherbatsky, from How I Met Your Mother, sang these lyrics about shopping, but they can also apply to packing pieces of yourself. If there are pieces of yourself you wish you had, or things you wish you could do, now is the time. It is never too late to start being kind and compassionate. It is never too late to apologize or make amends with someone. It is never too late to pick up a new hobby. The world is your mall, so go shopping and try something new. As we grow older, we will undoubtedly be trusted with more responsibilities. But alongside responsibility, there is opportunity. In her song, I Was Here, Beyoncé once sang, "The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference and this world will see." It is now our responsibility to make change in the world and in the lives of others. But the possibilities of how we can do this are endless. Use your talents, passions, and skills to make this world a better place. As Michael Jackson once reminded us, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. To my teachers, I will try to express my inner feeling and thankfulness for showing me the meaning of success. Thank you for teaching us much more than learning targets and content from a book. You have taught us integrity, hard work, and perseverance, and these skills will take us far. To my parents, I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. Thank you for instilling in me strong values and for teaching me that the most important thing you can ever be is a kind person. To my friends, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Thank you for lighting up my life with your gifts of love and friendship. And finally, to my peers, the class of 2020. I think our class song says it best. I will always remember you. It has been a privilege growing up alongside you. I wish you the courage to chase your wildest dreams and the perseverance to make them come true. It is time to compose your melody and write your lyrics. Go out there and sing your song.
Good afternoon, West Salem High School class of 2020. First, I would like to give a huge thank you to all the people who've helped us get to where we are today, graduating high school. None of us would be at this point without the amazing teachers and staff of the West Salem School District. Thank you to our elementary school teachers for helping us make lifelong friends that we will never forget. Thank you to our middle school teachers for dealing with us as 8th graders when we thought that we knew everything there was to know about everything. And thank you to our high school teachers for being there for us when we realized that we didn't really know anything and that we might actually need some help figuring out what we wanted to do with our lives. Next, I would like to thank our families. Thank you for constantly supporting us over the years and setting us up for success in whatever we chose to do. Whether it be in sports, academics, clubs, or any other activities we participated in, our parents' encouragement kept us excited and dedicated to doing our very best. Finally, and maybe most importantly, I would like to thank each and every one of you, my classmates and my friends. Thank you for always being there for me and for each other through all the drama and tears, wins and losses, and ups and downs that come with high school. Each one of you brought something special to West Salem High School, so thank you for making the class of 2020 what we are today. Throughout our childhoods, I'm willing to bet every single one of us complained at some point about living in a small town. Growing up, I remember constantly groaning that there was nothing to do and nowhere to go. It seemed like everybody knew everybody, and I couldn't get away with sneaking around after 10 without my mom somehow finding out. However, looking back now, I wouldn't choose to grow up anywhere else. Being a part of such a close-knit community has provided me with the closest friends I could ever ask for and with the best memories that I will forever cherish. I think each one of us can relate. Instead of standing here and talking about how sad it is that our senior year ended early, I want us to think about all the amazing times we've had together over the past 13 years. COVID-19 may be able to stop us from dancing at our last prom, celebrating at senior sing-out, and maybe even walking across the graduation stage, but it can't take away our memories, the memories of a certain fight on the last day of 8th grade, our senior year powder puff game when we almost lost to the juniors, or our last football season when we almost won a game. But really, the memories we've made together will last a lifetime. We've come all the way from elementary school music programs in DARE to middle school 8th grade promotion and the Washington, D.C. trip, and finally, high school homecomings and respectfully rowdy student sections. Although our senior year was cut short, we will always have these memories to look back on, and the sudden ending has only made these memories stronger. After all, if we can get through 13 years of high school, we can get through a pandemic. In closing, I am so honored to be able to represent my friends and my classmates as the valedictorian, but I am not special. Each and every one of you has worked so hard to get here. We've made it through the nerves of freshman year in a new school, the excitement of sophomore year driver's ed and permits, and the stress of junior year classes and the ACT. We even finished the SEP from home. Finally, we did it. Here we are about to graduate. I am incredibly thankful to be able to grow up with each one of you, and I'm so excited to see what we all accomplish in the future. The memories we've made together will never be forgotten. Congratulations to us, the class of 2020.
It's May 19th, and I'm recording this now because we don't know what the future holds for us. Hopefully we can do this in a live setting sometime in the future. Thank you for inviting me to speak today at the West Salem High School commencement. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate this wonderful occasion. If you please, imagine that we are in a packed West Salem High School gymnasium. There are a number of people in the audience who remember their graduation or a graduation in the former high school gymnasium. The temperature was likely warmer in the gym than it was outside, and the humidity was likely higher than the temperature inside the gym. How far we have come to be able to accommodate more people in a more comfortable environment for this celebration. Parents, it was a special day when you graduated, whether it was from West Salem High School or from some other fine high school, and today is a special day for your children. To the families of those graduating, congratulations to you, and you should know that your support throughout the process made an enormous impact. I'm certain you're very proud of your graduates as they close out this portion of their lives and prepare for their next steps. Students, congratulations to all of you. You should be very proud of yourselves for accomplishing this milestone. Well done. I know you must be excited to get your hands on your diplomas and move on to the next chapter in your life. You, the members of the class of 2020, were born in a time shortly before and after September 11th, 2001, where the United States was attacked by terrorists and over 3,000 people lost their lives that day. As a result, many aspects of life as we knew it before 9/11 have changed forever. The class of 2020 is recognized as the first class of the post-9/11 era to graduate from high school, and your graduation celebration is occurring in the midst of a global crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic. As your journey through the school system progressed from 4K to where you are today, you met expectations set forth by teachers, administrators, mentors, and expectations set forth by your classmates. The final stages of the SEP were coming together. In mid-March, and in a matter of days, the COVID-19 pandemic forced the world to change. What was missed by all students and staff was the daily interaction of the people who make up the West Salem High School family. These relationships are what make a school as it is. You've had the last 2.5 months of school taken from you. Times in commons, lunch with friends, study hall, class discussions, entrance tickets, exit tickets, practice, competition, and bus rides from school activities. Remember to treasure and value those times. Nothing can ever take those memories from you, ever. Specific details of games or events will fade, but those people who participated with you, those games and events, all the practices, rehearsals, and travel will be treasured memories. We were all affected by COVID-19 in different ways. The dynamics of everyday life changed. Think about the changes you have made during the COVID-19 pandemic. We are all different people now than when we left school on March 12th. We've had to adapt and adjust to everything we do. Collectively, you, the class of 2020, have done an outstanding job of managing a whole new way of life. Zoom meetings, online learning, recorded SEP presentations, and an adjustment to many senior celebration events. Now the class of 2020 is poised to graduate because you adapted and overcame the challenges you had no control over. You, the class of 2020, will enter the next phase of life with skills of adapting and overcoming like no other graduating class before you. And for that, you will forever be remembered and admired. You have done a good job. As you embark on the next chapter, I offer you this challenge centered around the words good and great. Most people would say or agree that they would prefer to be great at something rather than just good. But let's look at the definitions. Definition of great: considerable or remarkable in magnitude, power, intensity, degree, or effectiveness. A person who has achieved importance or distinction in a field. Definition of good: something that possesses desirable qualities, promotes success, welfare or happiness, excellent or merit, kindness, to do good. This is the goodness of humankind. This is the goodness of humankind. The goodness of humankind. Good, good, good can turn into great. Every day, go out and do a lot of good. Be kind, patient, flexible, encouraging, respectful, honest. Listen, have empathy, be responsible, smile, laugh, be sincere, be good. Be a great human being by paying the good forward, just like many people in the audience had paid the good forward for you and for others. Do many good things to and for others. That is great. Thank you.
And now, for the moment we have all been waiting for. Mr. Reber, I certify that the students have all met the requirements set forth by the state of Wisconsin and the West Salem School Board to receive their diplomas. we have one last thing to do. Sarah and Josie, please join Kara. Kara, lead your class one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2020. Congratulations to the class of 2020.